Alright, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Romeknows. This one we're gonna talk about school. So for the longest of times, you've heard grow up, be a good person, get an education, everything's gonna be smooth. You're gonna grab a job, live a great life, get married, and die. And that sounds cool for most people, not for me. But you know what I'm saying? It's kind of been a failsafe that hey, no matter what goes on in this life, school is always gonna be there and it's gonna work. And here we are in 2018, and we see that that's really not the case. You feel me? And this is no disrespect to anybody that's in school. If you're in school, I support you. Do your thing. Hopefully that works out the greatest for you. But for those of you that are looking for an alternative, here's what I have to say about school. Me personally, I didn't really get what I thought I was going to get out of college the way they advertised it. You know what I'm saying? They made it seem like, oh, once you go, everything's just going to be sunshine and daisies, and it wasn't. A lot of the time I was in classes and I was like, yo, this person not really teaching me nothing. I'm just reading a book and regurgitating information. And two, the teacher don't want to be here as much as I don't want to be here. So why am I really here? So I didn't really, I started seeing the dream of college kind of crumble as I was in college. It was kind of just all like, damn, this don't feel like I'm being set up for success at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you graduate, it's like that. What now? What do I do with this piece of paper? And then before you even think about the job, it's like, motherfucker, what am I gonna do with all this debt I racked up? Like, as cool as school is and as high as we hype it up, nobody ever talks about paying back those goddamn loans. Like, you have to pay them back eventually. Like, yeah, it doesn't cost you while you're there, but right after, that student loan payment probably hits you as much as a mortgage or a car note. And it's like, okay, statistically speaking, you usually never get a job in the field you were going to school anyways, and starting off, it's not the amount that you need to even pay back the debt. So it's like, mathematically, when am I going to pay this shit off? And then it's like, okay, if I get a job that's not even in the field that I went to school for, then why did I go to the school? So it's a lot of confusion in there. And what kills me is that you got people that come out with quarter to half a mil worth of debt, and they come out making some money, but by the time life starts, it gets to the point where you're just like, yo, I don't think I'm ever pay this debt off. I'm just going to be paying these student loans off for the rest of my fucking life. And honestly, I just felt like that mode of success is outdated for right now. Like with the internet and just the way everything's so easily accessible for commerce and hustling, I firmly believe that you don't need school to be successful. I'm not taking it away from anybody's career, but for sure, nowadays you can be successful without school. So if you're on the teeter-totter about whether I want to be in school, and a lot of it too is a lot of y'all are in school because you're like, damn, I'm afraid to tell my parents I don't want to be here. I'm afraid to, I don't want to let other people down that I don't know, that don't care about me. And some other shit, like you're in school because of fear. It's kind of like, well, if I'm not doing this, then what the hell else am I going to do? And a lot of it is if you got some kind of talent or some kind of passion, pursue that shit. Like, pursue whatever it is you really like to do and, have the wherewithal to know how to monetize it. Like, yo, if you like to draw, man, don't let nobody discourage you and tell you, oh, well, everybody's an artist. Like, fuck all that. If you like to draw, bro, draw your ass off. Start selling your shit. And shit, start teaching classes, draw, use your thing to help other people and make money. And then grow a business straight like that. If you like to cook your ass off. Make Betty Crocker look like she don't got a job no more. You know what I'm saying? There's always a market no matter how saturated it might look from the outside looking in, because everybody makes burgers, but that doesn't stop another company from opening up a burger shop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody makes bread, but it all gets sold at the grocery store. You feel me? So don't ever look at your skill as something that's like, oh, well, I don't think it'll fit in because of X, Y, and Z. No. If you got a passion for it and you're committed to it and you keep getting better and learn how to make it accessible to other people for them to buy, people will fuck with it and shit'll be Gucci, man. Cause honestly, I just don't feel like it's fair anymore to try and live in this illusion that school's gonna fix everything. It's not. Like, it's not. I'm not even sorry, bro. Like, the debt that you rack up don't equate to what you got in exchange for that piece of paper. Honestly, I feel like, yo, I think you should go into the workforce first, learn what it is, make some money, get used to making money, paying bills, enjoying your money. And then after you've worked a little while, be like, hey, man, I feel like I can do X, Y, and Z. Now I can use what part of school to go ahead and add on to my vision. I think we should start working school in later on, not as something as the forefront of planning for life. So, yeah, man. And a lot of us, hey, I understand there's a lot of pressure to try and tell your parents you're not going to school. But honestly, you got to really look at it sometimes as, is it worth them being happy while I'm not around and me being miserable with me all the time? Or is it worth them being unhappy while I'm not around and me being happy for the rest of my life? Because you got to be you longer than they going to be mad at you. You feel me? So always keep it real with yourself and figure out, what's going to make you happy first. And, you know what I'm saying? The money comes and, life goes on. But for sure, I think we need to go ahead and stop talking about school like it's this fucking magic pill. It's not. Let's really talk about other common solutions and other ways to boss up and level up. So, that's been another edition of Romeknows. If y'all like what I talked about today, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, comment. And like I always say, if you don't know, Romeknows.